Espresso. How are you?
I kind of have the. I have
Oh my
his,
goodness.
He's a Saint Bernard, the nicest horse you'll ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's a professional, stubborn. You know, he's good at like not going if he doesn't want to, kind of thing. He can, but he's a sweetheart.
Yes.
And I don't know if this is on correctly.
No, I gotta fix it real quick.
Can I just? Are you gonna do? Do you want me to tie these up? Just
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, Elizabeth, Liz, Royals. She's in the kitchen.
Is that supposed to have a light on?
Yeah, we're gonna turn the light on.
This one doesn't. It's. I knew one of them didn't have a light, but yeah, thanks because I knew that. Hi, handsome. You look pretty skeptical of me.
Funny.
He's looking at me pretty skeptically.
Yeah, he's smart.
Oh, I don't care.
He's just very careful. You know, I had to start from scratch. I mean, he came with bad ulcers and
Yeah.
pushed. You know, it's like we've been undoing everything, like as though he's a baby and we're just starting from scratch.
That's good.
But he's a gentle soul.
Yoo-hoo. 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 Thank you. There you
I'm
go.
gonna turn some lights on. Oh, it's dark in here.
I'm just here to observe.
Okay.
Please, how are you?
Good. Yeah. Ask away whatever you need.
Okay, awesome.
You see something you don't understand?
Thank you. I gotta tell you, his color is almost identical.
Is it classy or
It's almost
and
identical.
chewy, right? You said chewy?
No, Chewy's black.
Oh,
Chewy, they look alike. They're about the same size. And they're-
Hi.
yeah.
and beauty.
How are you?
Yeah, I just told him she's got the glasses scrubbed down, but it's been I put him in white socks. He's got white socks, right?
Wore white
So
socks.
does she. She's got the blaze. There's some house. She's just a little thing. She's a it's got that nice haircut.
Like it's just no.
There he goes. Hello. Just building his confidence to look at me when he looks at me, then I take the pressure off so that he can start. In order to communicate with the horse, they have body language communicators, energy and body language. So they got to be looking at you to take any direction from you, paying attention. And when he's not, it's just because he just doesn't know that it's
Like with me,
the biggest rule
For
is
me, like he's usually on me. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like he's like a horse that he stepped on.
that's what you're looking for.
He's always like right here.
In your lap.
Yeah, and which I love, but it's not good and safe. So we've been working on just getting him.
Yeah, get him to at this distance and still paying attention, still looking at you like that.
Yeah,
And
he's
that's
good
just
at tuning out.
Yep.
Professional.
Yep. You would be too. You would be too if you got put through what he probably got put through. You learned that it didn't matter what you thought or what you were good pressure, and you just go
And
try to
that's why
figure
it's
it.
been so good here.
Yeah.
Like so good.
There you go. There it is. That feel better? when I start moving away from him, I want him to be asking that question. Why, instead of just ignoring when I'm leaving, I need him to always checking in what I'm doing.
Yeah, to stay with you.
Yep. And that'll all transfer to when you're riding him or doing anything that he's
No,
going.
That's what we're trying to work on, because I have to have him with me
Hmm.
instead of like,
Flying a kite. There he goes. He's a pretty good boy. He's a pretty good boy. Yes, he is. He's a pretty good boy. He's so smart. There he goes. What a champion. What a champion. He's so smart. Nope, not quite. No, not quite. Oh. Oh, that was better. That was better.
That didn't take too long for him to key into you.
Yeah. He's not confident because the way he's stepping, he's just kind of stiff and
well, he's very lazy. That's-
no, unmotivated. There's no such thing as a lazy
when
horse.
he steps it up, there's a lot of horse.
Yeah, but it's not because he's lazy. It's because it's boring or it's not engaging. It's not interesting to him. So
So he gets kind of like,
he just does what he has to do to get through it.
right.
Once he understands, each movement is a new thing, and the pressure goes away when he yields to the pressure. Once he knows how to do the right maneuvers. Come on. Not forward. There you go. There you go. Yes, sir. What about you backing up? Perfection. That was perfection. That was perfection. Yes. You feel perfected? Did you feel perfect? Get these spots on this over here. Oh, yeah. That's some itchy spots right there. You got some super itchy spots right there. Oh, my goodness. The first set of rewards for doing the right thing is releasing the pressure, and then after he learns how to do that better, then I add scratches, or eventually I'll add a treat here and there. But once he figures out that there's a rhyme and reason to why we're doing something, it's basically just to get pressure release and get a scratch, then he's going to not be lazy because he knows, well, whatever. As soon as I figure out to do the puzzle correctly,
Yeah.
then today
I'm
it's
sure people would just get on him for an hour straight and push him.
yep.
Push without any of how he felt or he got tired.
But we want to make everything as game-like as we can. It's just we're setting up puzzles, and if he can figure out the answer to the puzzle, then he gets the right answer. The pressure goes away.
What do you do with a horse who, once they get it quickly and then they start anticipating what you're asking?
Well, that's part of the deal. You're setting up patterns that you want them to start anticipating, but you don't want them to assume. So when they start, when you see them starting to assume, you go, oh, wait a minute. You just, you change the, you just change it. Yep. Yep.
Let's recenter ourselves.
Yep. Yep. Anytime you feel them taking
Mine
over.
starts going this way.
Yeah.
Because that's what she thinks knows what I want.
Mhm.
And it's like, no.
Yep.
And I stay there for like a couple of minutes and wait, and then she'll stop.
Yeah.
So it is an anticipation.
Yeah. You want them to anticipate, not assume.
Not assume.
You know, if you're siding up to the pole, like, you know, if you're riding up to it and you're being real, they're going to go, oh, I think I know what's next. And if they have that pattern, they go, okay, I know what to do.
Yes.
You don't have to each step finagle them over it.
Right.
But you also have to realize right away that they can take over. Sideways is the way they can take over. So breaking everything down to one step at a time and then stop, and not just take off and maybe even go back and then stop and then really get the reward. So they think, okay, the goal isn't just get across the pole as fast as I can. The goal is yield from the pressure, and whichever the way the pressure is coming from. So if it stops going, I should stop.
Okay. I'll try to fix it so that she doesn't just take over, I should say.
Yeah, but the better you can anticipate and shut that down, now that you know she's done it. And that's the thing with patterns. If you let them do it 2 or 3 times, now that becomes a new pattern. So anything that's almost like you're playing Simon Says, and if the horse is doing the right thing, if he does what Simon says, and if he doesn't, you just keep asking him until he does the right thing, and then take every opportunity as soon as they try to do the right thing to let the energy down, so they know when the game is on and when the game is off.
That makes sense.
Do you want a longer line, or you're okay with that?
No, I'm good here. When I first picked up that rein to lead him this way, he kind of went and looked this way. Instead of pulling it more, I just started again. I said, no, you disconnected, so let's reconnect and start again, so he doesn't ever feel like he's wrong. There, that was way better. So just getting that first little piece right perfectly, then it's going to be easier to get the next 2 or 3. But if we try to push him through when he's attention somewhere else, then you're not building that pattern here, so you haven't really got what you're looking for, building for the future. So mostly what I'm doing here is just seeing how little I have to do to keep his attention on me, and then when I add pressure, how little I have to ask before he figures it out. I'd like him to be stepping up under. That's better. You see I was blocking his head there, because what he's trying to do, he's just thinking, oh, you just want me to get square with you so I can move my front feet this way a little bit and my back feet this way, and now I'm square. But that wasn't what I was asking. I wanted the hindquarters to yield one step over.
Kind of cheated.
Yep. So
He's good at cheating.
no, he's good at doing whatever he's doing what he thinks he's supposed to do. And if you don't have the rules set in your head exactly what you want, we're going to get mad at him for not doing it. We're just going to try again. Just going to start again and add the same pressure, and if he doesn't move, we'll add a little more pressure until he tries to move and he didn't land right, and he's trying to he's getting ready to do that same maneuver. So I'll step into here and make that hard to do, and I'll just keep repeating this until he does the right thing. Part of what happens when they step underneath, like I'm asking for, it takes the brain out of the anxiety, fear state and turns it into the thinking state. It's almost like if they are comfortable enough in the wild to cross their legs, then they have to be thinking about what they're doing to get them uncrossed in order to be ready to escape from a predator.
Natural for them to be.
Well, they'll do it if they're relaxed. If it's the most efficient way to move, like if they wanted to go this way, it's instead of moving their hindquarters over, it might be just more efficient for them to go on their front end. But they know how to do all these maneuvers. All we're trying to do is attach a signal to each leg or each part of their body, the front and the middle, and then so he understands we can isolate either one, and then and if we have control over either one, then we have control of the whole horse, because he can't he's not going to do something outside of what he's supposed to be doing. Especially the hindquarter yield is your big controller, because it takes them from being an anxious state. They have to, at least it swaps them over to their thinking side, at least for a brief second. And then they might get back scared when they get straight again, and you just keep doing that until they go, well, and they would rather be in their thinking state. That's the way they stand around in the paddock 99% of the time, unless the squirrel farts, and then I got to worry, and then, okay, nothing's there. I can go back to relaxing. So all we're trying to do is going, you can stay. He hasn't crossed correctly yet, but yeah, part of it is because it hasn't been an established pattern for him to do that. So he's just doing what he always does. So this is what he always does, and nobody's ever said don't do that. So why wouldn't you do that? The only reason we're doing it is just so that we can get him thinking that we're not just trying to get him to move his body. We're trying to get him to move his body and think about how he's moving his body. That way he's not just zoning out and just doing whatever. He's actually going, well, this is a puzzle I got to solve. And as soon as I solve this puzzle, if I do it the right way, I'm moving out of the way. I'm moving out of the way. Why are you stopping? And as soon as he tries something, I stop. Yeah. He goes, oh, okay. And eventually he'll start going, I'm going to just do that first. And then
You'll do it if you stand closely and you have like a tool and,
yeah.
Or under saddle with your leg, of course, but, or if you stand there and sort of push him to do it. But like
Yeah.
you're doing it, you're trying to find it more natural for him.
I'm trying to start as light as possible, and I'm not trying to put on so much pressure that he thinks, oh, I just got to get out of here. He's going, you're being particular about the way I move. So each time he's not stepping as far back here, he's kind of stepping closer. He's trying to figure it out, because I'm making it hard for him to move forward. Like moving forward in front makes it easier for that leg to step behind instead of step in front of it. But if he's not moving his forward, then he almost has to. He's going, okay, if I can't move this and I have to move that, then it's easier for me to step underneath. That big deep breath told you he's going, oh, okay, I must have done the right thing, because I didn't have to do 10 more. He didn't do the right thing, but he started to, and that's the key. That's the first piece of it. Like if you're writing, the kids writing on the big chief tablet, if at least once they start in the right place, you go, okay, now you got it. Now remember, it's a diagonal this way, and then you go back to the start, and that's all it is teaching them the straight lines and the curves that they're going to need to know in order to communicate with us. See, I'm never pulling on his face. If he's not paying attention, I just add more space and get further behind until there. What a champion. He said, I know how to do this now. I know how to do this now. So once he understands, everything we say has a particular meaning to it, and it's not just pressure. Okay, I'll do, kind of fall into it. And if you don't know what you're asking for, really, you just go, well, he's moving, so, and that's all it. But eventually, it's going to come down to, you're going to need control, and you're going to need to be able to communicate in a precise way, especially if you're going to go on and do dressage. That's all that is precision. But you start precisely by having a big goal that he has to. And then slowly make the goalpost smaller and smaller until he has to, fit whatever energy inside that post. But in the beginning, we're just hoping he's kind of going in the right direction and not just completely walking out behind and stepping forward. We'll get little pieces at a time until eventually he goes, oh, I remember this. Park my front feet and step under with my hind. He stays connected. He's just met me, so it's hard for him still. But I'm never going to pull on his face. I'll push on his hindquarters or something until he kind of looks around and kind of asks me a question, and then I'll reward that, a split-second reward, and then I'll ask for what I was going to ask for. Oh my goodness. He's getting it. He's getting it. And it could be partly just a dexterity thing that he hasn't stretched under. It's too stiff. Yeah, so that'll another thing that'll help loosen him up and get his
Like what I do, I try to loosen him before doing anything big and long.
Yep.
So he's got a lot of muscle to sort of warm up. He's so tough.
There he goes. That's the look you're looking for. That he's looking at you, going, "Okay, what's next?" Not going, "Oh, what am I going to do?" and looking away. I'm not going to get mad at him for that. I'm just going to go. If you're going to look away, I'm going to sneak over here. And he's going to go, "No, I won't let you do that because I know what'll happen next."
Go home in your truck and sit in the front seat. I mean, that's the kind of horse that he's really loud. Happy like it's on you. Seriously.
Well, that's the important thing, that you get them happy to be on you, and then you start adding a little distance, see if you can be happy, be with me out there, and then come back in, and then eventually longer and longer, more distance, more speed, until he goes, "I know what to do. You're not sending me away, you're just..." Watch your step. Watch your step. Perfection. He's a perfect pony. He does that so good. Uh-oh. Incorrect. Incorrect. No, don't move this. Move that. Nope. Not correct. Not correct. That's not it. You almost got it. Oh, yeah. What a champion. What a champion. It's so hard. If he thinks that's all he has to do for a big reward like that, then he's going to put more effort into it each time. Oh, look at you. He's so smart. He said, "I got this game figured out." You find the right itchy spots that can be more valuable to them than treats, even a food-dominated. Any place a horse can't itch themselves very easily is going to be a good spot. Any place a horse can't itch themselves easily.
Yeah.
It's like if you didn't have a back scratcher and you had an itchy back. If you had somebody that come and itch your back all the time for you, you'd feel like it'd be pretty good. If you had to do a couple things to get your back scratched, if it was very itchy. It's kind of the same way with us. If we can't reach an itch, our brain can eventually, pain is just a state of mind. If
But it's a nice reward. Look how attentive he is.
Yeah.
Really, look how much he likes you.
that's we're getting that rapport and respect down, that he goes, "Oh, to get this, I got to give a little of that, and then I get more of this." There'd be no reason why they wouldn't do such a thing. You got them itchy ears too. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm inside of his ears.
You sound like everywhere.
That's some stuff, huh? Hey, how did you know?
So sweet, isn't he? The gentle soul, kind.
Okay. Yoo-hoo. Uh-oh. Somebody's not thinking about what they're doing. Not the front. Not the front. Almost. It's so close. So close. No. Oh, that was better. I was getting there. I was starting to go in the right direction. Will work for itches. Oh no, that wasn't it. Almost. There you go. Oh, it's pretty close. Oh man, that was good right there. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay. How about a 4/4 yield? 4 quarters. Oh yeah. Very good boy. He's very good as boy. He is the best boy. Not the front. Not the front. Oh no. Oh no. Not the right answer. Not the right answer. Not the right answer. There, that was better. Yep. Yep. Because that, like I said, part of that is he's just not, he doesn't do that often. And tight, you know, just tight, and he's used to doing it the other way, so he's just going to continue to do it the way he usually does it until I make it difference. And that, like I was saying before, part of that is it helps switch him over from defensive state to a thinking state. Like you can kind of see when he first feels the pressure, he kind of tightens up just a little bit and goes, oh, starts to worry. Eventually I want him to go, oh, I see what you're doing, and just relax through his body and finish that maneuver. But it just takes time where he understands what's going on. At first he goes, oh, pressure's coming in the back, and I don't need to worry about it. Oh, perfect. Yeah, he stepped forward a little bit, which made that step underneath behind easier, which isn't correct, but it's not so bad. At least he's trying to step underneath, and stepping forward with this right foot helped him make room for that leg to come underneath. Perfection. Whoop, you're losing me. Nice. Look at that champion. Look at that champion. He said, oh, I figured this game out. I figured this whole game out. It's easy money. Easy money. Nope. Nope. There. Beep, 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 beep. Ah, he's so job. Whew, me too. Big deep breath. We figured out that puzzle. You know where them cookies are. See, I need some cookies, you know. I would sure like a cookie, you know. There you go. Side pocket there. He might have got one of Bjorn's. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, look at that champion. Look at that champion. Yeah, he's the best boy. He's the best boy. Smart old fella. He's a smart old fella. I bring up the energy more, kind of like I did there. He started on me. He started thinking about backwards, and then he went away like that. So if I've already started, and he looks away, then I can skip all the phases up to what I think is going to work to basically get his attention back. And then once I get his attention back, I'm going to start back at phase one and start bringing my energy up until he feels it, and then yields from it. You better keep your eyes on me. You better keep your eyes on me. Almost. You're getting there. Hey. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah. That's better. That's better. I've seen you do better work. I've seen you do better work than this. That's so nice. That's so good. There. Perfection. Perfection. Same thing with the hind quarter yield, the forequarter yield. I want them stepping underneath so they're not going forward. So if they're stepping underneath with their hind legs, they can't go forward as easy. So because what we're trying to do is give them pivot on the front end and move the back end around, and then the opposite when I want the forequarter yield.
Do you always want one foot planted when you do that
Yep.
in the front?
Depending on, if I'm yielding the hind quarters, then actually both of them should be fairly planted, and the other one might scoot around to stay with it. But you want one pivot foot, and then they scooch around that. Like when a horse is spinning, you've seen the reining horses do the spinning. That's just a forequarter yield. So what they're basically doing is loading up their weight on one leg and running themselves around on that one leg.
Okay.
And the better the spin is the better that pivot foot stays where it's supposed to. You'll get a higher score. Then you'll see them kind of get wobbly, get going fast and get wobbled out of the turn, and they'll get points off for that, because I'm usually trying to go too fast is what
In one spot.
keep one spot and just spin like your their tail's attached to a
Have
post.
you ever done that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I went to a show where they were doing that in Albuquerque.
Oh, you probably saw the high level stuff.
Were
at the high level. It's just a pattern. Once they understand, okay, you're signaling, because you see it's called reining, but they don't use the reins. I mean, they'll signal, and because they know what's going to happen if because the pattern is so strong that if they don't move, then they're going to start getting pressure with the spur, and, you know, added pressure until they do the right thing. And once they understand, this is all I got to do. It's a simple.
Quickly they could get themselves spinning around.
Yeah. Once they learn it, like again, that can be. There's a perverted way to teach that, where you're causing the horse to be afraid. That's why they're moving instead of just understanding what we're doing here is just breaking each step down, just breaking the steps down to one step at a time, and then. Oh, what a champion! I had the time to think about it, and now he knows how to do it perfectly. He said, "I'm perfect at that." So 90% of that is just habit. He's not been in the habit of doing that correctly, so he's just doing what he usually does. As soon as he figures out that'll get him rest and rewards sooner, he'll start putting effort into it. So when you're riding, that's like your number one thing. You're actually riding your horse like you're riding a boat. Your control's in the back where your rudder is. So if you want the front end turn right, you turn the back end left, or vice versa. What do I said? If you want to go right, then you push the back end left, and that brings the front end around, and that keeps tension off their face. Is what causes most of the problems people have with horses. Is all the signals are coming right through the bit, and there's never a whole lot of release of that pressure. So they just learn to deal with that the way it is, instead of really getting to understand signal through their body that you're actually controlling everything. Your legs and your seat and your energy is your up and down speed, and then your turn is really still just your energy. And then you can use your reins to help them find the right frame, be in the right spot, but you're not pulling them to be there. You're just going. Your body's going to be crooked because I'm putting pressure over here. So if you put your face over here, then I can hold you together, and it'll feel better. But not that I'm forcing you into this deal. It's just I'm putting your body in a space to make it easier. If you carried your head this way, it'd be easier to carry your body comfortably with power in that frame. No. You're getting there. No, not quite. He's thinking really hard. You can see how heavy breathing he's getting. He wants to do the right thing. He just doesn't. It's just not. There it is. There's the man. There's the man. And it'll be easy for him to learn. You just got to be consistent and reward after that. And once he learns that, then everything else will be exponentially easier. That you have control of his hindquarters like that. That he looks at you and sees you looking at his hindquarters and goes, okay, and just goes without. Now he's putting his front end and stepping around. He's just trying to get square with you, thinking that's where you want him. I know, you should have another cookie by now, huh? See, I had his attention when I started, and he started to look away. I added a lot more pressure until he looked at me again and finished the maneuver. There, what a champion. What a champion. I'm getting the hang of it. It's a big reward for that, huh? Big reward. smart. He's so smart. There. What a champion. What a champion. What a champion.
Whoa, that was awesome.
There we go.
Wow, that was a big one. That was a really good bet, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's starting to get it sooner and sooner. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
He just wasn't sure.
yeah.
It's just so good.
How smart you are. So smart. You can see how sensitive he is to that light, very light pressure. That he, once he understands it, he goes, I know what to do. And as soon as I do, well, none of them do. To learn, you have to add pressure until they get it right.
Right.
But always what you're trying to do is think about how light can I ask this question. If I'm going to ask him back up, I'm going to bring my energy up before I bring any of the rope up, and as light as I can do this. I can go as hard as I need to, but I'm trying to see how little. Once he goes, oh, I know that pattern. When you start getting your energy up and you're putting energy both sides, if I just go this way, it'll go away. Same thing with the back. Well, I feel that energy on the back. If I'm looking back at him, if he's not worried, if he's a little worried, he's looking forward, and it's causing him want to go forward and step out. Where he's going, oh, I know that signal. He's bending his body around, making it easier, get his ribs out of the way, so he can pick that leg up and put it underneath his belly like he's supposed to. He's so smart. He's so smart. But getting all these, the hind quarter, forequarter, and the backing up yields at the lightest phase possible is going to take you. Then you're going to do that with everything. Anytime you ask him to go, if he doesn't go, then you go, oh, okay, we'll practice our hind quarter yields and our forequarter yields. I go, well, it's just easier to go. But that's kind of, we use that against them once they know it. Then if they say, oh, I don't want to do something, I go, okay, well, can you neutral lateral? Can you bend your nose and neck? Can you do it on both sides? Can you move your hind quarters both ways? Eventually, whatever brace that is brought up in them will go away, because they're going, oh, I got to do kindergarten stuff again. And it gets them back into the thinking state, instead a reactive or dominant state. They just go, okay, well, I guess we got to do what we got to do, and then pressure will go away, and then we get back into the pattern and go, oh yeah, all I got to do is follow the feel, move away from pressure, and I get lots more loving. And it's just a process. It's like learning anything. It's just patterns all put together. Oh, look at that champion. He's organizing his weight now to get everything set up right. And he goes, oh yeah, when I feel him putting his weight in the wrong direction, instead of waiting for the step incorrectly, I can already see that it's going to go south by the way his weight is shifted. And as soon as he's shifting it right, then I just let him fall. Even though he didn't step under much, he was in the right direction. It was going in the right. So next time I may add a little more pressure once he starts going and help him get all the way underneath. But baby steps.
Baby steps.
The better we get this, the better everything else is going to be. Oh, the champion. Yeah, the champion. It is not hard to be a good boy, is it? It's not hard at all. And if even I'm asking for more than one step, I'm going to, every time he makes the right step, I'm going to bring the energy down and then bring it back up again. So it keeps you from being, as a human, going, okay, now I got you going. I'm up here at phase 3. Right. And you stay at phase 3, and eventually they think, oh, you got to go to phase 3 before I'll back up. But you're always starting as light as possible and then getting as firm as necessary to get the feet moving. Nope. 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 Part of this because he's distracted, which is okay. We'll just keep doing it the wrong way until he does it right, and then he gets the reward. Because that's going to come up when you're riding him some days. He's going to be distracted, and you just got to go, well, I know what to do. I just keep asking for what I was asking for until I get it, and then we can stop. What was that? Look at that champion. He doesn't know how to do it wrong anymore. He doesn't even know how to do it wrong anymore. He said, that's just a waste of time. Just a waste of my time when I do it incorrectly. When I do it incorrectly. Oh, you do better than that. You can do better than that. Nope. Nope. You're almost there. Nope, that's not it. Nope, 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 no cheating. There's my champion. There's my champion. Oh, man. It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing. Uh-oh, what happened? Nope, that wasn't it. Nope. There. There's a champion. There's a champion. Nope, nope, nope. I know, I didn't explain it very good. It would have if he would have stayed connected. There's some licking and chewing. And most of it's just getting relaxed enough internally for him to be able to go, oh, I can, yeah. Everything he does because he thinks he's protecting himself. That's what keeps him safe. As a prey animal, not crossing your legs is important. Get where you are always ready to run, always in a, yeah. Oh, what a champion, huh? Give that boy another cookie. Give that boy another cookie. That was the good stuff that time. The good stuff that time. Oh, almost. Nope. Oh, you can't miss this time. That was close. That was pretty close. That wasn't great. We'll try again. Let's do the 4/4 first. There he goes. There's my man. There's my man. He's getting it figured out. He's getting it figured out. Okay. Oh, he's so smart. That was pretty close. Try again. Oh, he's just like a champion. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened? There it is. There's my boy. There's my boy. He's a good fella. Oh, yeah. He's a good fella. I know. It's crazy like that. Uh-oh. There it is. Whoa. There he goes. You don't have to scratch me back. Ah. There you go. So fancy. So fancy, huh? Oh, yeah. What a champion. Nope. Nope. Oh, yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. Did feel like a good one. Did feel like a good one. Oh, almost. You almost had it right. That's my boy. Oh, he's so smart. So smart. You know how to do some stuff. You know how to do some stuff. Oh, he's so smart. Big boy. He knows how to do some stuff. Hey. What about your belly? Get some itchy belly too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, get some itchy belly. Almost. You did spectacular. You did spectacular. Don't, hey, did you forget who brung you to the dance? Thank you. Come back with me. No, no, no. There.
My friend. He left all. Yeah. Hard to walk him down the aisle.
I know, it's
They would have so much fun.
Up, forward. Oh, he's the best boy. All righty, that's a good start.
Good boy, Espresso. Hi, honey. I enjoyed that.
He really bonded. So I'm going to work again with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you want me to put a saddle on him, or do you want to do more groundwork?
Let's
with
do
him?
more groundwork.
Okay, so we'll just-
make sure that's a lot stronger than.
Okay, that sounds good. So I'll just
Yes,
come out with
I
the
will.
rope halter.
Okay.
That sounds perfect. Thank you. It was
You
so
bet.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
That was
too.
wonderful.
Thank you.
He liked you a lot. You have a new friend.
He said, what's not to like?
I know.
Scratch me in all the right places.